Hello viewers, welcome to NIOS Studio. I am Dr. Pushpa Bindal, Associate Professor in Physics. In this part 5 on electric current, chapter 17, we will be talking about color coding of resistances. The learning objective in this part will be able to understand how many types of resistors are there, how to read the color coding of carbon resistances, and how does the temperature cause any change in the value of resistance. There are two types of resistors, carbon resistors. What are carbon resistors? This is basically carbon matter which is along with a suitable binding agent, it is molded into a cylinder and you attach leads to it to connect this to any circuit. The other type of resistor are wire wound resistors. Basically, you take a wire of desired resistance, you fold it in double and then wound it over an insulator. This is a typical carbon resistor shown here. You can see there are two leads and you can see there are colored rings marked on it. Generally, there are 4 leads, 3 are some colors and 4th colored ring is either golden or silver color. You have to read from the other end of this golden or silver colored ring. For example, here we will go reading like this: yellow, violet, brown and then golden. How does one read the resistance value associated with these colors? This is mapped in this table. In the first column you can see the colors listed here: black, brown, red, orange, yellow, etc. And in the second column you can associate a digital value to this color that you can see here very clearly. For example, black has a digital value 0, brown 1, red 2, orange 3 and so on. The digital value goes from 0 to 9 here, and as far as the colors are concerned, please note you are going from black to white color. Let us now discuss how to read the resistance value using color coding. Now, see, for that you have to memorize a very simple phrase: B.B. Roy, Great Britain, very good wife. All the capital letters, they have a digital value associated with them. B, B, R, O, Y, then G, then B, V, G and W. First B is black, black 0, brown 1, red 2, orange 3, etc. Last digit is W, that stands for white. White is associated with the digital value 9, right? Now, how to read the values? There is a very simple formula. R is equal to AB into 10 raised to power C ohms. Now, what is A? A is the digital value of the first colored ring, opposite to the golden ring. So, yellow has a digital value 4. Then the second color is violet. This has a digital value of 7 into 10 raised to power C, where C is the digital value of the third color. The third color is brown, which has a digital value of 1. So, what is the value? 47 into 10 raised to power 1 ohms. That means 470 ohms, right? Now, what is the significance of golden color? The golden color signifies that this has a tolerance of 5%. 5% means whatever is the digital value that you have just read, 470 ohms, if you use a multimeter to read the value exactly, then you can have a value of 470 ohms plus minus 5% of that. That means the value can turn out to be 470 minus 23.5 to 470 plus 23.5 ohms. If instead of golden color, supposing you have a silver ring, then silver ring signifies a tolerance of 10%. Okay? In case you instead of a golden color, you had a silver ring here, then the value would be 470 minus 47 ohms to 470 plus 47 ohms. Now the value of the resistance varies with temperature. We have already discussed earlier about resistivity of a metal, which is a characteristic of the metal. Now resistivity of the metal, rho, this increases as the temperature increases. In a mathematical form, the relationship can be written like this, that rho is equal to rho naught into 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. What is rho naught? The resistivity at temperature T naught. T naught basically signifies the absolute zero temperature, and rho is the resistivity at temperature T. So, what is alpha? Alpha is the temperature coefficient of resistivity. For metals, alpha is a positive number, and therefore, as T increases, because alpha is positive, then rho is bound to increase. Since R, that means the resistance, is proportional to rho, the formula for resistance can be written like this, that R is equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha T minus T naught. Now this relationship gives a formulation for evaluation of alpha, that means the temperature coefficient. You take all the other quantities to other side, what you are going to obtain is that alpha is equal to R minus R naught divided by R naught into T minus T naught. Okay? So basically you have arranged all other terms on the right hand side. Now if you take R minus R naught as a change in resistance and T minus T naught as a change in temperature, then this gives you a tool to define the temperature coefficient of resistance. If you take R naught as 1 ohm, that means if you say the temperature at 0 degree centigrade is 1 ohm, and if you take T minus T naught as again 1 degree centigrade, then alpha will automatically become equal to R minus R naught. So here we define the temperature coefficient of resistance formally. We say that temperature coefficient of resistance is numerically equal to the change in resistance of wire of 1 ohm resistance at 0 degree centigrade when the temperature changes by 1 degrees centigrade. Fine. And using this concept, understanding the value of alpha, we can make alloys of metals which can be used for special properties. For example, manganene, constantan and nichrome, these are special alloys of metals which are designed to obtain small values of alpha, typically of the order of 10 raised to power minus 6 per degree centigrade, and this is used for making standard resistances, right? Why do we design like this? Because you want the temperature coefficient to be small. You do not want a different resistance in summers and different resistance in winters. You would want the same piece of wire or carbon resistor to offer the same resistance irrespective of the temperature, irrespective of the weather. So you design these alloys so that you can attain a small value of alpha. Okay. Another type of special materials are superconductors. What are superconductors? These are special materials which have zero resistance below a certain transition temperature, and this is a typical example. This material acts like a superconductor at minus 153 degrees centigrade. Semiconductors are very useful materials, particularly for making integrated circuits. Semiconductors do not behave like metals. Semiconductors behave in fact the other way around. The resistivity decreases as you increase the temperature. If you plot the resistivity versus temperature, then it is a basically non-linear graph with negative slope, which clearly signifies that for these materials the value of alpha is negative, not positive like metals. So what have we learnt here? That there are two types of resistors, carbon resistors and wire wound resistors. We have also learned how to read the color coding of carbon resistances, and we have understood how the temperature causes a change in the value of resistors. Thank you.